Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty exciting things to go over. We have some new release date hints for the Nintendo Switch 2. Some more potential Legend Z8 images have also popped up. There's a lot of things to break down and take a look at today. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's take a look at these new Nintendo Switch 2 release date hints. This was posted on VGC, saying a former member of the Nintendo of America sales team has predicted a June release date for the Nintendo Switch 2 and claimed that retailers currently know nothing about Nintendo's launch plans for the console. So again, this isn't like a leak or anything. This is somebody that used to work at Nintendo that's saying that they're predicting a June release for the Nintendo Switch 2, which also makes the most sense. That's after all of the kind of hands-on experiences that we're going to be getting throughout the next few months for the Nintendo Switch 2. But either way, says former Nintendo employee predicts June Switch 2 release, says retailers know nothing. Nintendo Switch 2 will definitely release before the end of the summer, it's claimed. So a former member of the Nintendo of America sales team has predicted a June release date for the Nintendo Switch 2 and claimed that retailers currently know nothing about the Nintendo's launch plans for the console. So Sean previously worked in the sales and retail department at Nintendo's US arm and recently appeared with his former colleagues on the Kit and Krista podcast to share insight into the company's sales strategy. So according to the former employee, Nintendo will definitely share plans to release the Switch 2 before the end of the summer during its upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 Direct in April. So basically this person is saying we're definitely going to get the release date for the Nintendo Switch 2 in this April Direct, which kind of isn't that crazy to predict. We're all kind of expecting the same thing. But they're going to want the system to be out before the end of the summer. I would say at the start of the summer, at the end of the school year, so you have kids talking about what they're excited for, he said. So I think we'll see a June launch. I'm thinking maybe mid-June or a little bit later than that, but definitely before the end of the summer, that thing's coming out. There are good strategic reasons why that would be part of the consideration. So the former Nintendo employee was also asked about alleged retail leaks regarding the Nintendo Switch 2's release date and price and dismissed the notion that retailers have any advanced knowledge of plans. So any information coming out from retailers, because obviously they've been, I guess, putting the Switch 2 online and giving it like placeholder dates and stuff. This person here, Sean, is basically saying that retailers will have no information about it and it is literally just placeholders at the end of the day. And then asked what retailers know about the Switch 2, Sean replied, nothing, certainly not the price. Almost certainly not any kind of launch date other than maybe a quarter. It always makes me laugh to see these articles like Walmart Canada says the price is going to be this, when Walmart Canada are the last people who are going to know. He continued to say that they don't have that information. There's no way that even Target in the US would know anything. When we know the launch date, that's probably when the retailers are going to know the launch date as well. So when they find out, when we find out, it's all going to be at the exact same time. And then it says maybe a week or two in advance. I would imagine maybe March the 27th, the retailers will find out the release date a couple of days in advance of the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Then says Nintendo officially announced the Nintendo Switch 2 last month with a teaser video showcasing the console and the Joy-Cons. No release date was given, but Nintendo plans to reveal more information about the console in a Nintendo Direct broadcast in April. In a recent shareholder Q&A, Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa said the Nintendo Switch 2 price will consider the affordability customers expect from Nintendo. Furukawa was asked if there was any change to Nintendo's stance on what constitutes an acceptable price point given various global economic factors. He replied that not only does Nintendo have to take into account Japan's increased inflation rate, it also has to consider that the exchange rate environment has changed considerably. However, he noted that Nintendo also has to consider the affordability that our customers expect from Nintendo products, saying the company needs to take all these factors into account when considering the price of its products. So looking like potentially a June-ish release date for the Nintendo Switch 2. Again, that's what most people have been saying for a while because obviously that's when all of the hands-on experiences end. It just makes the most sense. So that's the Switch 2 stuff. Finishing things off today's video, we do have a couple of new images to go over about Pokemon Legend ZA that potentially could be true, probably not. They were all posted on 4chan. We have this as the first image, and then we also have this one to go over as well. So two images to take a look at today. The first one is this new form of Golbat, which looks to have these sort of like devilish horns and these new sort of wings. And then we also have like a 3D sprite or a 3D sort of, I guess, image of Kalem, which is the protagonist in Pokemon X and Y. This is probably not true because I highly doubt we're going to be playing as Kalem and Serena in Pokemon Legends ZA. It is very much likely not going to be taking place just after the events of X and Y. They're the only way I could see us playing as Kalem. But then, even after that, you know, the events of X and Y, we are the champion. We're going to have strong Pokemon and stuff. So it's very unlikely that that's the case. I do like the Golbat form, though. I think that, you know, the Golbat evolution line getting something would be kind of cool. And I quite like the design of this as well. And this, I mean, this might not even be a new form. This could just be a new way of transportation, like flying through the sky or something like that. But at the end of the day, the 3D model doesn't look great. And it's just like, why would we be playing as Kalem? Like, surely there's going to be new protagonists in Pokemon Legends ZA. We're not just going to get the exact same ones. But either way, this image was also accompanied with a rumor. It was posted on 4chan. Again, take it with a massive grain of salt. It was posted on the 22nd of February saying Pokemon Day Legends ZA trailer. So I'm not going to reveal any relationship towards the Pokemon company, but I've got my hands on the new trailer for Legends ZA they're dropping for Pokemon Day. I've only seen this one trailer, not the actual game, but I can tell you what I saw. So apparently this is what we're going to be seeing on Thursday, next Thursday, on the 27th of February for Pokemon Day. So the starts Pokemon are going to be Snivy, Scorbunny, and Piplup. Again, these three Pokemon are getting thrown around like crazy right now, just because, I mean, apart from Scorbunny, they do make the most sense to be the starters, just because of the French connotations and stuff like that. But I don't know, the fact that they're all using the exact same starters is quite interesting, because they could literally just have like Totodile, but then give Feraligatr a French-inspired evolution, or a French-inspired form, should I say. So yeah, that is obviously something they could do. A little bit with what they did with Hisui and Decidueye for Pokemon Legends Arceus. The Kalos starters are also shown in the trailer, but it's unclear if they're only found in the wild or if they're second set of starter Pokemon. So while it's never outright stated, the game looks to take place in the recent past. It looks less modern than it did in Pokemon X and Y, and a lot of the city are construction sites. Prism Tower is covered in scaffolding. It then says the main rival is a young ancestor of Sycamore, presumably his father. Not sure whether the idea that the art style has the same as Scarlet and Violet's came from. That did come from Riddler-Coup, I'm pretty sure, but it's not. It's much more like a blend of Pokemon Legends Arceus and Detective Pikachu Returns. Again, we find out, I'm pretty sure it's from Riddler-Coup that he said that the art style was similar to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but as we're all aware of right now, Riddler-Coup does not know anything about Pokemon Legends ZA, because everything he said about it so far has been absolutely wrong. So until he said something and it turns out to be true, he's not a reliable source anymore. If we get anything about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that he says, fair play, because he did actually know a lot about that. You know, I'll give him the fair play for that. But in terms of Legends ZA, he's got everything wrong. You know, he said we're going to get a trailer in October, didn't happen. Going to get a trailer in January, didn't happen. He's been speaking other things as well. He said the starter Pokemon were going to be the Kalos starters, but then Terra Leaker came out and said, why would they use the Kalos starters? So we're more inclined to believe it's not going to be the Kalos starters. So there's a lot of stuff kind of going on in the background in regards to Pokemon Legends ZA. But anyway, it says gameplay looks very similar to Pokemon Legends Arceus in terms of catching and battling. Lots of the city is undeveloped, which is where you can find wild Pokemon. The city is large and the undeveloped areas seem to be sized about the same as each area in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So ride Pokemon return like in Pokemon Legends Arceus. There's a regional form of Golbat for gliding that looks like a gargoyle. It's not shown if there's a Crobat or a Zubat to match. A new Go-Go evolution in the land traversal ride, but those are the only two shown. And then says they show a boss fight with a Mega Hawlucha that becomes enraged and looks like a green noble Pokemon. It's not shown if the boss battle. It's not shown if the boss battle gameplay is the same though. And then it says trailer ends with a massive 50% Zygarde and another unnamed Pokemon that looks like a snake, but more narrow and slender, wrapping around the Prism Tower. That's quite actually. That'd be kind of cool if like a Pokemon takes over Prism Tower and, I don't know, maybe starts infecting all the Pokemon and making them go crazy or something like that, which transitions into the box art. And then oh, hang on, sorry, I've gone on for the other rumor. And then it says releases July the 17th. So the 17th of July is it's a Thursday. So again, Thursday, Friday, we're not sure what Pokemon release dates are going to be. they've always been on Friday, but Nintendo have started releasing games on Thursday, so we don't know how that's going to affect Pokemon. Anyway, though, that's the first rumor. Like I say, I'm not inclined to believe it because I don't understand why we'd be playing as Clem again. It's very unlikely, but either way, let me know your thoughts on that. The second image that I wanted to go over is this one. So this is on the Nintendo Switch, and it looks to be a I guess the start, not the start of the screen, but kind of like the start of the game. We've got Sycamore here saying, welcome to the world of Pokemon. If it is Sycamore, then obviously the game is going to take place very much around the same time as the events of Pokemon X and Y, if Sycamore is obviously still the professor. And then we have these sort of like Zygarde cube sort of things in the background. But I don't know, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look like something that would be legit. Again, this isn't accompanied with this rumor, this is just a different one. But either way, this is another image. Like I said, the images are flying all over the place right now. But let me know your thoughts on that image. Let me know your thoughts on that image. And then we're going to finish off with this this rumor here that says Pokemon Presents 2/27/2025. It was posted also yesterday on the 22nd of February. Again, on 4chan. Take it with a grain of salt, as always. But it says Nightmare Pikachu animatronic returns. In Pokemon Unite, we're getting Suicune already leaked, not new information. Again, it was data mined. Fair play, this person has got that right. A lot of people that make these rumors don't generally do research, but they have actually done it this time. Or it might be true, you never know. It says major Pokemon Unite upgrade, bringing many of the Chinese social HUD features to the worldwide release. Again, this was already revealed, so this person has done their research. So 7-star raids for Paldean starters rotating through the mid of March. So we'd be getting 7-star raid for Meowscarada and the other two, Quaquaval and it's gone. Fuecoco's Final Evolution. But yeah, I mean, it's not really something that I would want to see, but we haven't actually had 7-star raids of those starters. We've had 7-star raids of all the other starters, but not these ones. And it says Pokemon Masters EX 5.5 year anniversary. And then it says it says Pokemon TCG Pocket new set, skipped through, don't care for mobile slop. Literally went through all the other mobile games as well, like Pokemon Unite technically still a mobile game, Pokemon Masters is a mobile game. No Cafe Remix this time around. We have had a lot of Cafe Remix events happening recently, but I still think we'd get something. And then it says Pokemon Legends Z, a 4-minute beefy trailer, so it's seemingly going to be a decade after the events of Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. It says brand new protagonist, not Kalem or Serena this time around. It says the starter Pokemon are Snivy, Scorbunny, and Totodile. So Totodile instead of Piplup, presented by some kind of boss, so as a potential new assistant. Clement and Bonnie return, with Bonnie showing you around Prism Tower as some kind of secretary. Clement sits in his office looking like the dad from that. And then it says past characters asking you to help construct areas for them, including Viola, Berg, and Briar. It says protagonist gearing up with some kind of worker uniform and the Mega Ring. It says Kalos starters are shown sporadically roaming the city streets. The player running through gardens, construction sites, and alleyways. Roller skating is back. I mean, if it takes place around, you know, the events of X and Y, like a decade after X and Y, it's only 10 years, people are still going to be using roller skates and stuff. Doing tricks on rails like Jet Set Radio. Trainer battles with the protagonist using Mega Lucario facing a Mega Dragonite. Again, I'm really hopeful we get a Mega Dragonite. We are getting the Dragonite sort of Poketune on Pokemon Day as well. So fingers crossed we do get a Mega Dragonite and there's a hint towards that. But again, we'll have to wait and see. The Zygarde core can be seen poking out of players' backpacks, pecking at them. And then it says, protagonist riding 10% Zygarde and flying with a new Zygarde form, looks like some kind of hawk. Again, a lot of people think that we are going to get multiple more Zygarde forms and they're going to be the rideable Pokemon, which isn't crazy to assume. Like, that could be something that happens. So we get like one for flying and one for surfing. We've already got one for running, technically, I guess, which would be the dog, but it is quite a small dog, so I don't know if that would be able to kind of like deal with the weight of the trainer, but either way, it says the trailer ends with a cinematic with 100% Zygarde facing a glowing green aura in front of Prism Tower. 15th of May 2025 date at the end of the trailer. So 15th of May is a Thursday as well. So the Thursday release dates are kind of quite prominent in these rumors lately. A voiceover later refers to the region as Lumiose and not Kalos. I mean, why? You know, it's literally around the events of X and Y. Why would they randomly start calling the whole region Lumiose instead of Kalos? Again, very, very unlikely to be true. I don't agree with a lot of these things. But let me know your thoughts on it. Would you like this Pokemon Presents? Would you like this to be the Pokemon Presents we get next Thursday, or do you think it's just going to be something completely different? And then also let me know your thoughts on this one as well as these images. Again, I think both of these fake are just, I don't think we're going to be playing as Clem, and then this one just doesn't look very legit. It just looks like a Sycamore model that they've used here, and yeah, obviously just pop the screenshot over the Nintendo Switch. But either way, let me know your thoughts on that, and then also let me know your thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2. What do you think the release date of the next Nintendo console is going to be? But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, let's drop a like, try and hit 500, it really helps out. Leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.